नमस्कार दोस्तों, स्वागत है आपका मेरे चैनल में। और आज हम रिव्यू करेंगे अमेरिकन सीरीज सुपरमैन एंड लुइस को। सुपरमैन एंड लुइस CW की सीरीज है विच इज बेस्ड ऑन द DC कैरेक्टर क्रिएटेड बाय जेरी सेगल एंड जो शस्टर। सो आई एम प्रत्युष एंड यू आर वाचिंग PJ रिएक्शन एंड रिव्यूज। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। आई थिंक व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट सुपर हीरोज एंड कॉमिक्स इन जनरल, द फर्स्ट इमेज कम टू अवर माइंड इज ऑफ Superman. Superman is the most popular superhero when it comes to movies and series. There are many adaptations of Superman, from Christopher Reeves, who was the first live-action Superman, to Brandon Routh, and now in recent times Henry Cavill is the Man of Steel. There are some series adaptations like Smallville, The New Adventure of Superman, and now in recent times Superman and Lois. Tom Welling played Superman in Smallville and Dean Cain in New Adventure of Superman. जैसा कि मैंने कहा कि सुपरमैन इज अडेप्टेड इन मैनी वेज इन मूवीज एंड सीरीज, एंड ऑल दीज सीरीज हैव ऑलवेज वन थिंग इन कॉमन. All the movies and series have started with a spaceship landing on Earth with a Kryptonian baby in it, and how Martha and Jonathan Kent adopted an alien baby who grew up to be Superman. Every movie and series were basically the same. Clark grew up in Smallville, then he fell in love with Lois and save her from falling multiple times, and in between he will save Earth here and there. Basically all the adaptation have somewhat same storyline with different villain. They never conclude the romance of Clark and Lois, and here what Superman and Lois does it differently. This series have grounded a character like Superman with godly powers. He is married to Lois and have two teenage sons. He is a family man. This is the first time Superman is portrayed as a human being. This series not only shows his heroic side but his human side also, which previous adaptation failed to do so. For more than 40 years of Superman adaptation and countless film, what has now come to terms that everybody know how it all started, and this series recognized that. This series doesn't waste time, and from the very first episode they have established the whole Superman family premise. The series is really a fresh take on Superman. Frankly speaking, I was a bit frustrated with all the adaptation started with the same space baby and all the farm boy crap. Once or twice is fine, but they have done this for more than 40 years and this was getting a bit cliched. I assure you, if the series have started in the same way, I wouldn't have watched this series, and before watching this series I was a bit skeptic about the way it's going to be adapted. So now let's come to main premise. Superman is now a family man with two teenage kids and a beautiful wife, Lois Lane. Superman and family have moved to Smallville after the death of Clark's mother, and cause Clark doesn't want to sell this farmhouse. Clark and Lois have moved from Metropolis to Smallville, and they're trying to adjust in Smallville, which is a small town compared to Metropolis. Lois and Clark left their job in Metropolis. Clark joined a school team as a school coach, and Lois Lane joined a local printing press. Jonathan Kent and Jordan Kent, kids of Kent family, are a bit frustrated moving to Smallville as they have to leave their school and friends back in Metropolis, but they're coping with this small boring place. सुपरमैन एक क्लार्क कैंट का रोल प्ले किया है टायलर रेकलिन ने, जिन्हें कि हम टीन वुल्फ जैसी हिट सीरीज में भी देख चुके हैं. टायलर दोनों ही कैरेक्टर क्लार्क और सुपरमैन को बड़ी ही बखूबी से निभाते हैं. He's going to be the first Clark Kent, who is also playing father of two kids, so he's a husband, a father, and a superhero. And full credits to him that he had done a great job. When you play a character like Superman, then only your acting skill doesn't do the job completely. You need a certain physicality and aura to play these type of roles. The actor should look like Superman. Like my all-time favorite is Christopher Reeves. The way he portrayed Superman, he really embodied that character. He was a 6'4", well-built man who portrayed Superman like none other. Overall, Tyler looked good as a Superman. Lois Lane, played by Elizabeth Tulloch, is a world-renowned Pulitzer winner journalist, wife of Clark Kent, and mother of two kids. Lois' character have never been shown in this way. Her character in this series has depth and layers. In previous adaptation, her character was more of a love interest than to be identity of herself. Whenever we think of Lois earlier, it was just some bimbo journalist who always fall from the building and Superman likes to save her. But here Lois balances Clark's character. She portrays a self-dependent woman who is strong enough to stand for herself. She doesn't need Superman to stand for her. Earlier Lois was just a damsel who is saved by Superman, but here she can stand up for herself. So we can say this is the first time writers have empowered this character without any feminist agenda. Elizabeth have played this character in such a way that she stands toe-to-toe with Clark's character. She's a working mom who balances her life with two teenage sons who have their own problems. Jonathan Kent and Jordan Kent are the twins of Clark and Lois, played by Jordan Elsass and Alex Garfin. Jonathan is a football player who have hard time living in Smallville because back in Metropolis he had to leave his girlfriend, and so he's a bit frustrated with his parents. Jordan, the second son, is a weird-looking kid. He is an introvert, but gradually he starts opening up जैसे series आगे बढ़ती है. Jordan, as he is the son of Clark, he is getting his powers and he struggles controlling them. Jonathan haven't shown any sign of powers till now, so there is some brotherly jealousy between them. As Jordan gets his powers, he gets more confident. He joins the football team, of course, with the supervision of his dad. Jordan got a girlfriend, Sarah Cushing, who is the daughter of Lana Lang Cushing. Yes, same Lana, who once love interest of Clark Kent during his days in Smallville. Jordan is getting closer with his father as Clark is coaching him to control his power और यही चीज जोनाथन को कहीं ना कहीं खलती है and he felt to be left behind. Superman and Lois' story revolve around Smallville, which is a small town. Smallville is a simple family-oriented society. They are simple people, and as every place has its own politics, so does Smallville. Some rich mining company is established in Smallville, but nobody knows what's their agenda. So if something shady is going on somewhere and it doesn't come on Lois' radar, it's not possible. People in Smallville are getting disappeared and they are coming back different. So first season is all about establishing Superman in Smallville and how he stopped his Kryptonian family hijacking bodies of Smallville citizens. Superman works with Department of Defense of US, but he is not bounded by any country. If he have to save anybody around the world, he didn't have to ask any government. He will save people anywhere around the world, and he sees all human life as equal. The direction of this shows take you deep in the life of Superman and the people around him. Action sequences are good, but as we all know, series have limited amount of budget, so VFX and special effects lacks a bit. But they have done a good job with whatever the budget they got. One more thing this series lack is grandness of destruction, which everybody expect from Superman, but due to limited resources, they have to really take a step back on stunts, fight scenes, and VFX. This series has so much potential that if this series has a budget like Game of Thrones, this series would have been on another level. First season of this series has much potential to take this series ahead with many seasons to come. But CW has a tendency of starting very promisingly, but as a season passes by, their series loses its charm and focus. Biggest example was Arrow and Flash. These two series started with bang, but then this series loses its path and they got boring and tedious to watch. Hope CW take care of this and doesn't lose focus on this series. So if you're a big fan of Superman and you want to watch some fresh storyline, this series is for you. My rating is 7.5 out of 10. So आज का रिव्यू यहीं समाप्त करते हैं और मिलते हैं आप लोगों से अगले रिव्यू में. कमेंट करना मत भूलिएगा. डू गिव द फीडबैक. Please like, share and subscribe if you like this video. Press the notification bell so that you get notified when new video is published. जय हिंद, वंदे मातरम.